Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you fun and easy ways to make a hand-tied bouquet. It's summertime, and the flowers are blooming in your garden, and it's so fun to go out and gather things and bring them in and drop them in a vase, and they don't look right. And you think, oh, come on, I have beautiful flowers in my garden. I want to make them look not so pretty. Well, in this video, I'll show you how to make those garden flowers absolutely beautiful without a lot of effort. For this bouquet, I'm going to use the vivid orange dahlias, and I've already stripped off all their foliage so that they're ready to use. Then I have some bright green, super green trachelium, and it too has been stripped down, so it's just the bare stems, ready to use. And then button yarrow, which depending on where you live, you may call this a weed. It is a weed here in the Pacific Northwest, but it's so beautiful, and I actually bought it. I didn't pick it out in the wild. It was commercially grown weeds, but that's button yarrow. Again, also all cleared out. Then I wanted to add a little bit of zest to this and decided to use some key limes. So I dashed to the grocery store and picked up a bag of key limes. To use them, I need to put them on a wire, which is easy to do. Just take a 22 gauge wire and pierce from one side of the fruit over to the other, then bend it down, and then tape it. Just using corsage tape. So that I have a natural stem that's not natural, but that way I can work with this. Then to make sure that it doesn't leak lime juice coming down into the bouquet or start to decay and fall apart, a little bit of Oasis floral adhesive right at the insertion point on each side. We'll lock that wire to it. It actually seals it and bonds it so that it won't slip around and get messy dripping down. So I have 5 limes, all my flowers laid out, and I'm ready to assemble. To assemble, choose what material you want in the center. And I'm thinking I want my limes in the center, and I'm going to cluster 3 of them together and start with those, kind of squish the wires so that they stick together, and then go back and add in one of the dahlias right beside it. Now's when you get tricky. Everything else that I add, I start with the head going slightly to the side and the stem angled a bit. So a dahlia, see how it angles out there, and then turn it. A little more of the button yarrow, turn it, maybe another dahlia. A little more of the button yarrow, turn it, and that's the trick. Everything you do, you want to add it into your hands at an angle. So you just twist it and turn, adding in, and everything twists the same direction each time. Another dahlia, turning. I've got more of the limes, so I could start and add a lime right over here. Even turning it the same way, lifting that dahlia up, adding in the button, maybe another lime, turning it. So now I've got the limes on the side as well as in the center, pulling those back up so you can see them. A little bit more. You can just give it a tug, get their faces right where you want them. They slide up and down. Then last, go back. And with the super green trachelium, just create a collar all the way around. That'll enhance the green of the limes, carrying it down to the base of the design. I have just 2 more bits of the super green trachelium, so I turn it again, and always head one direction, stem the opposite, tucking it in. Then I had saved the little buds from my dahlias. I just thought they were too cute. I didn't want to throw them away. And they would be fun just to bring around, collaring, head one direction, stem the other, finishing it all the way around with just a little bit of movement from the buds, and just staggering them as I go. Always remember, head one direction, stem the other, Then give a tug if things have shifted a little bit. Get them exactly where you want them. And using a bit of raffia, tuck it under your finger, and then lash it together above your hand, snugly tying it 3 or 4 times around. And set it down, knotting it together. Didn't get all of it. There we go. Pulling tautly. And just give it a little cut. And the bouquet is beautiful. You just need to cut the stems, and then we'll drop it into a vase. Before I cut my stems, I want to reach in with a scissor and cut the wires shorter, because I don't want to cut the wire with my knife. That would destroy it. So I go through and I cut the wires down so that I'm going to be above them. There, I think I've got them all short enough. Some of them were already shorter. Then I can cluster the stems all together and using my knife, cut away from myself at a strong slant so that they'll all get right down into the water nicely. Now I can go back to the vase that I started with and drop them in. And you can see as I shortened them, it's not really attractive. So that's the other half of the battle, is always choosing the right vessel, knowing which vase is going to be perfect for your flowers. And I love this one with the orange because it picks up the orange from the dahlias. I'm going to just take them and slide it right down in there. So now you have permission to go shopping. You got to find the right vessels, stock up, have them sitting in your cupboard so that you can use the perfect vase for every arrangement. Isn't that fun? Limes, dahlias, button yarrows, all your favorite things in a beautiful bouquet from the garden. For more creative inspiration, check out our website, flowerschool.com. If you've got questions, go ahead and give us a call. You can reach us at 1-800-819-8089. If it's easier, send me an email, and you can use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, @floraldesigninstitute.com. For now, have fun. Get out to the garden and get some flowers, and do something you love.